Welcome on in together, round gang. It's time for some more Age of Wonders 4. We are here just after the release of Rise from Ruin to show off all of the new content, as our streams have been going a little bit poorly. There's been a few issues with misconnects today and just crashes in general, and because I haven't quite been able to figure them out, I've decided let's just go ahead and get a campaign going in Let's Play style. That way I can show you all everything that's going on with Rise from Ruin and the new Nomad culture and also the new Cataclysm victory. So we're going to be doing all of that here today. Also because I can cut up if there's any kind of crashes, I can easily cut that up and paste it together for a video that is much more watchable than having to drop the stream and re-pull things up every now and again. So we're gonna go for this for the time being. For this campaign, they've got us, or at least for this DLC, they have added in two new challenge realms: the Withering Wastes and the Plains of Ventifax. This is one that was once affected by the Devouring Winds, so it's not as much of a problem as the Withering Wastes, which we are going to be taking on here. So this realm has the Devouring Winds trait. What that means is that every time you're casting world map spells, any player on the map, it's going to be adding to the Cataclysm bar. As that bar fills up, provinces are going to be marked, and then they're going to get struck. If there's any structures present in the center of the province, it gets destroyed or pillaged, and then you have to deal with an infestation. Once you destroy that infestation, the terraforming to Astral Barrens goes away, and then all of the other negatives. But inside the Astral Barrens, your spells have a chance of backfiring 10%, and Empires gain agreements against the Empire who triggered the Cataclysm. So you can sell that also, just to make some money on the side. Higher the Cataclysm meter, the more provinces are going to be blown up, and then your Cataclysm meter will decrease by 10 per turn, but it isn't going to matter because people are going to be casting spells just about every single turn, especially if you're playing with the AI. They are not going to have any qualms with blasting the Cataclysm meter all the way to the maximum as quickly as they can. And like I said, for every level, spells are going to have a 10% chance of backfiring, which what that means is that spells are going to still cast as normal, but they're going to have an additional effect. That could be negative, it could be positive, it could be giving you a little bit more health, it could be giving you a buff, or it could cause that unit to take damage or teleport 3 hexes away. So there's all sorts of stuff that can happen, both positive or negative. That's world map and in your battles as well, which is pretty cool. You have the opportunity through moving through the new Fated Realms to get a trait that allows you to not worry about the Cataclysms, and that's what we're going to be trying to do today as we work towards a Cataclysm victory, destroying the entire realm. This is a ruin realm, so there's going to be less free cities and more city ruins. Deserts going to be all over the place, and it's a barren Pangea, so not only are deserts going to be all over the place, it's also surrounded by desert, and there's no water whatsoever, which is glorious for any of you who like naval combat, of course. We have a custom mode set up here, Hobgoblin Cataclysm Training. It's perfect. Only thing we're going to do to change this version of the realm where everything's exactly the same, I've just made the map a little bit larger, added an additional player, put things on hard, and then made it so that there are no generated rulers or Pantheon rulers. The only ones that should show up are what the Triumph made and lads that I have made as well that have not already won, which should make for a fun time. Also going to remove any of the other nomads. I want us to be the only nomadic faction. Everything else is perfectly fine. Let's dive right on in. Yeah, no reason to save it.
Your journey starts here.
And to take on this Cataclysm-racked world and destroy it, I have created a new nomadic culture. Meet Dune Carver. Yes, he's something a little bit wrong. It's because he's a fractured rabbit. The new hair folk are going to be they're the new form you can take on for your factions. Base, let's go ahead and just show you real quick. We can add to them. Base, your hair folk have athletics, light-footed, and quick reflexes, so we have changed them
journey starts here.
a little bit here, giving them keen-sighted for more accuracy on our ranged attacks, sneaky for more damage on flanking attacks, light-footed so we can move through friendly units, and then coward, which is going to make it so that they take more morale loss and their morale gain is reduced as well. This is so that we can have an additional trait. It is just fine. We are a champion this time, a warder with the new Bardichet, so it's just a charge attack weapon that does a lot of damage. Nice. We are playing with the Tome of the Warband here, which is a brand new DLC tome, Chaos and Materia of Affinity. And for your research, you've got a spell that gives you health and morale. You've got a transformation that gives you health and more morale resistance as you stand close to other units with the same trait. A lieutenant, a very good unit that is a support and a fighter at the same time, can basically make it so that units of the same type have a pretty nasty debuff of 2 Sunder defense, 2 Sunder resistance, making them easier to kill for 3 turns. Very good if the unit in the enemy is bringing a whole bunch of the same unit, or you just want to knock one down as quickly as you can. Both applications are perfectly fine. You've got mentorship here, an empire bonus, so that all of your heroes are going to build up non-hero units in their army by 40 experience per turn, whichever one is the lowest. Which is so very good at building up your either units that are already low, or if all of your units are about the same level, that'll just level them up even faster. Credit Regiment is final. It's the Spitty City spell that is going to give you 40 draft, which allows you to build up your armies a little bit faster at a cost of 45 mana and triggering a Cataclysm. We are the brand new Nomadic culture, which is going to feature mobile units that focus on maneuvering and flanking, hence the sneaky for the extra flanking damage. Nomad cities are able to pack up into a Nomad City barge and relocate, which is crazy. Packs up in a single turn, and you can move to a new place and then drop down that city again to harvest yet more nodes. Nomad cities are able to pack up, we already read that. Nodes in a domain of their cities are over-harvested, which means they are, after 10 turns, basically an essence is formed, the node is destroyed, the essence gets dragged into the city, so it basically has that node traveling around with it at all times. If someone was to come back in and repopulate that node, you can do it, it just costs you mana. You could then come back and re-steal it if you want, gaining yourself a new essence. Nomad cities require 50% more food to gain population, just keeping them from being an overwhelming just nightmare on the map, snatching up all the nodes before you can do anything about it. They're still going to be an overwhelming nightmare that you need to deal with. Post-haste, I don't think anyone is going to be friendly with the nomad cultures. It's going to be kill on sight in just about every situation. We've also replaced our horses with scorpions. You get no bonuses, they're on scorpions now, and it's fantastic. Let's dive in. Calls the Cataclysm. Alright, Doomgarver has arrived. Let's get to ruining this new world. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you what all our society traits are. So we're going to be talented collectors, fascinated by rare materials, and spend large parts of their lives collecting and studying them. So I'm hoping what this means is that even when we grab the essence of a magic material, it'll count as though we have that magic material all the time. So we'll gain 5 gold, 5 mana, knowledge, food, production, and draft for every single magic material in their domain, and we start with one nearby. So we'll see if we can exploit that. Also, we have Seekers of Wonders, so Ancient Wonders do not require population in order to be annexed to a city, and cities will gain 20% production per annexed Ancient Wonder, and also we will start with one nearby cleared. I completely forgot. What makes the Scavengers different from the Conquerors is they have different units, and also they are going to be using Wonder Scavenging to extract unique essences from Wonders, further empowering our cities. This is not going to ruin the Wonder as it does a normal node, it does allow you to extract a very powerful bonus. Also in combat, we'll be picking up loot from defeated units to heal and gain power, which grants you 1 defense and resistance, 20% damage, and support abilities healing more, stacking up to 5 times. So you get that up to 5 defense and resistance, 100% damage, and 100% heals. Insane. We'll see if we can exploit that to its absolute finest. So we have a Commander's Call and Empowering Trophies. Gives us 1 extra looted power and health and morale. Nice. Our first event, Echoes of the Fracturing, Devouring Winds. The winds roar with hunger. This realm is being affected by the devouring winds. The breeze siphons and redirects magic from everything it passes through. Should a great surge of magic flood it, the winds would wreak havoc, bringing dire consequences for spellcasters in the landscape of the realm. Casting world map spells is going to build up to a cataclysm, but perhaps there are ways to mitigate the crisis or use it to our advantage, which we will do. Both Wind and Wanderers whisper the same tales. Legends of a world-shattering calamity long past. These tales speak of places where devouring energies converge, lands that existed long before the fracturing. They're the nomadic tribes of the Hobgoblin Cataclysm training. They are forbidden territory, perilous places full of secrets best left undiscovered. Each fable tells of an artifact of immense power and arrogance, and of a legend claiming whoever unites 3 will be able to heal the world or to ruin it. Ruin is the same thing. Rule, ruin. We'll do both. Whether you seek the origin or power of the fractures, you will find what you covet in the fated regions. Venture onward. And the Cataclysm Realms are all going to have this kind of, I don't know, distortion effect about them, which is awesome. We are here at the Traveling Hill. We have ourselves our first unit, so we'll go ahead and take a look. The Scouts are going to be called Dune Riders. I'm spinning this way too quickly. What makes them special? They are just your normal horse, horse, or scout, but they are going to also have warfare training, which makes them count as both a ranged unit and a scout. So they actually are going to deal a amount of damage equal to a tier 1 ranged unit, but they still do have scout amounts of health, so you have to worry about that. What else do we begin with? And we didn't take any combat traits, so we don't have a lot of troops. So we have the Wind Warrior here, our lovely horned hares. They've got a Capesh in one hand and a deployable shield in the other. They're fantastic. They've got a decent melee attack. Then the Windborn Rescue ability, which because my UI is janky, is not going to tell us what it does. I think I can see down here though. Yeah, you swap places with the friendly unit, heal the target and the caster for 10 temporary hit points on a 2-turn cooldown. It is very good. Their mobility for the nomads is absolutely insane. Then we have the Eluder, our unique tier 1. With this kind of crude Capesh machete combo and a crossbow. Excellent. And then they can chuck loot to someone else to give them looted power. So they go and they claim the loot and they give it to someone else who's a little bit stronger to make them even more powerful. They're slippery, they're swift, like a normal skirmisher. Your other faction has access to a charge unit instead. Your other subculture, that is. Lesser Tide Spirit is interesting. Let's start with the Ogre's Keep. Council's a research post, 2 knowledge per quarry, and can be set as a unit deploy location, gives us all of the ogres. Where's our magic material? Ah, there it is. Up here. Surrounded by crows and carrion. Honestly, not that big a deal, we just have to have the troops to deal with it. Let's work our way towards this small monster den, because it appears that nothing is really populated near us. It's not going to be... Oh, look, there's Thorn. It's not going to be active anytime soon. Oh, peacocks. Well-known vicious foes of rabbits. You heard it first here. Strength and blood. Glory to you, Doonkaba. We raging wind dancers of Thorn welcome you to these strange lands of strife. We look forward to seeing your strength on the battlefield, be it alongside or against you. Alright, well... What about your way for now? We're probably just gonna go kill these guys for some experience. Well, we're not necessarily a militaristic folk. We can be very easily. Oh yeah, you know, here's our nomad city. They look awesome. You can see the different barge bits kind of unpacked and scattered about, which is awesome. The barge should get larger also. So not only does your city grow, your barge should get bigger as well as you actually increase the level of the city. Packing the barge up takes a single turn, unpacking it does the same. We don't need to do that anytime soon. Salvage shop. Draft, production, and food. That's incredible. Gives a stonemason and a loot armory. Let's start with some loot. We need a farm to speed that up, and we'll go ahead and grab another Dune Rider, because they're very decent tier 1 units. And by tier 1, I mean they're scouts. They're basically tier 0. Bred for War Lieutenant or Trading Regiment. I would have preferred to get the ability that powers up all of our heroes, but let's go ahead and secure Bred for War. What do you Tide Spirits do again? They're constantly wet. Fair enough. And they punch people and make them wet. And you can have a stronger ability, but in case we get thirsty out here in the desert, I should have given you our stone. We will next turn. Come on now. Drop the Palantir in the Traveling Hill. There we go. Just build up its stability for now. Let's draft, and this is just a couple of hunter spiders are not weak. Here, Scout, you go grab this. They've already got something next to it. Crazy. Oh no, that's just one of the lost spirits. We'll go over and talk to them. The headless victim. Man, indeed. Gotta watch out. Ghost manifests in front of you, unaware of your presence. As if still alive, the ghost strolls along, speaking to a figure that's not there. Suddenly he turns, with fear across his face. Where's his face? You hear the ghostly thunder of galloping hooves drawing near, and then shunk, his head is severed, flying from his shoulders. Oh, I see. An unseen force snatches it from the ground and vanishes into the distance, so the headless horseman's here for some reason. Free bonus. Track where it leads and find the beheader. Is it legitimately the headless horseman? Oh my goodness, it is. The beheaded Black Knight. He's got the life drinker. Life steal. Exploit vulnerability so you got lots of healing. And flanker. He's also got a graceful judge. You're gonna be a monster. Wizards, it's stinky looking. You gotta watch out for that one. Usually you shouldn't care. And a couple of Rose Knights. Yeah, we won't be able to deal with him for at least a little bit. This monster den, however, we should be able to. First fight for the campaign, let's see. How do the Scavengers feel as opposed to the Conquerors? These spiders are going to be a problem, no matter what. They can all jump. We'll just move to here. Into defense mode. The rabbit voice acting is just sounds. As you'd expect, it's a rabbit. And Tide Spirit, you come on up as well. If they choose to target you, they have a harder time hitting. Tide Spirits are dodgy. Yeah, I'm surprised no jumps. Well, you probably just use the Tide Spirit as a shield, truth be told. 15 damage. Can we get a flank? No, because it's in guard mode. Okay, well, Tide Spirit, you run up. And punch this spider. We gotta lure them into the first attack. That's a little unfortunate, but it's just the way it is. Alright, fall back just a smidge. Being immobilized is not that big a deal. What is a big deal, though, is just the damage potential of these spiders here. Hunter spiders can ruin your entire campaign, and there's 3 of them. Yeah, if they get you immobilized, thankfully they just slowed us. But just the damage on the side attack there. Really good plays out of the AI. Hunter spiders are just harder to hit than normal. It's a pretty nice flank. And they got completely immobilized. Yeah, we might just lose this first battle here. Which would be so funny. Unfortunate and funny at the same time. Chop you down. We can at least kill one. You're going to get double flanked. We're going to lose the Tide Spirit, but that's a lot of mana that we're paying for it. And they're both going to waste their turns attacking it. Waste, they do kill a unit, but... Crossbow shot does a lot more damage. Let's focus it on one enemy. That count as a flank? Perfect. In the face. Have our general go gather this loot. Then this loot. And crunch. 31 damage is nice. Yeah, trying to beat the smack out of these stupid spiders here. 34 damage on the flank, or 35 damage normally. We'll just shoot from here. Nice. Ooh, nice try. And rush around behind, crossbow in the back. And to the face. Drop the axe. The awesome looking Mesopotamian axe. Yeah, no, the Tide Spirit is not something that fits with our build at all. Lightning Spear. Chain Strike. Well, do we have a shield right now? No, but that is awesome. Yeah, they can just raise more units. We aren't probably going to be able to deal with that at all, as a matter of fact. No fights nearby is pretty rough. We aren't going to be able to beat Thorn, but let's go ahead and move back over towards it. You go find us some more things to fight. All down to the south, unfortunately. Warrior, another looter. Let's grab another looter. That crossbow bolt is incredibly strong. Alright, Rabbit's turn. Cover gains renown because we gained a level. Nice. We need the experience most of all. Thorn is not very well defended. With just this, we actually should be able to win. Bring in one more looter. And poor Thorn, get us some evil points. So we'll do so next turn. And grab another Dune Rider. Yeah, I think so. Swarming the field of mobility is going to be the way. Keep traveling along the road here. Find us some more friends or things to steal. Time is now for the Siege of Thorn. I'm going to trespass. And now I'm going to declare war. You don't say. Alright, they got a secondary hero, came out of nowhere. We attack them right away. It's a high-risk battle, I'm sorry. Health from the hero, 85, 80. We declare war and aren't even willing to attack him just yet. Need the forester for you? No, we need a farm. Okay, perfect. Yeah, unfortunately I've made a mistake. He shouldn't come outside of the settlement to attack us, but if he starts recruiting troops, we're gonna be in trouble. Let's go fight this battle. Take down as many as we can. Bye. All of them. We just need more level ups. Okay, we're about to take a heap of damage. Run around to the flank. Crossbow in. Rather we miss and hit the guy behind him. Hit the Sand Scorpion. Get a graze there. So missed the first one, graze the second one. We're getting all of the unlucky here. Keep the damage on our defender. We go one strike, or we can... It chains, it's just not enough. Command here. We can turn around. Well, that's just perfect. Definitely should have known that. Girls will win. Yep, double flanked with 3 hits on one, 2 on the other is pretty terrible. Ooh. Damage. Dogs are down a bit. Let's go ahead and give up some more health. But either of them is down. 3 hits there doesn't quite kill. Even with the sting. Shoot the dogs. Go ahead, just kill here. Would love for it to go the other direction, but such is not going to be the way. Oh, well, that works. Kill the dog. Swap positions here. Oh, good grief. That is barely survival, if anything. Oof. Thank goodness for the fumble. Shoot Scorpion in back for 16 damage. Or 8 from the front. They are mitigating it so much damage. Gotta get it right behind them. Yeah, just getting closer for better chance to hit. We have to drop the looted power down. Man. A lot of damage there for sure. Only on our ruler, I guess, thankfully. Take the roll, we got ourselves a resistant amplifier, 20% magic damage, which we aren't even using. Wish we didn't send you on to scout. There's a ritual circle. Ah, we've met Noctis, one of the triumph characters. Another ruler comes to threaten my empire. Just stay out of my way, the smart orcs with the Windex-colored beards. Seekers of Wonders, Ancient Wise Ones. He hates us. Why? Inherent dislike and threatened. Alright, fair enough. He said, ooh, nomads. We thought this was a nice society. Grab ourselves another looter. Well, had I known there was an invisible hero there, I might not have declared on them just yet. Sneaky, sneaky. How much to rush this? 60? That's way too much. How did they manage to kill that? Impressive. Those haze berries are pretty much mine for the taking as long as we can get over there. Wait, that many magic attackers is a threat for sure. We declared war, we can't even do anything about it. You move in, it's a risky battle. No, it's not. Where do we try to shoot them from? Pretty sure we can hit him with most of our units here. Wolf's gonna come in and cause a ruckus. They're gonna cause a ruckus regardless. Into this in the wrong order. Swamp them. Sure, everyone stays in the right direction. Crossbow these little baby demons. Hit with the scouts. Kill as many as we can without activating their draconic rage. Oh, we already did. Well, 60% or lower. That's fairly quickly. Well, hang on now. It already was up here. Oh, I got played. Ouch, thankfully only one of them can reach us at a time. Before passing, I'm sure we could just have you command. No, let's save it. Evens mode this time around. Slightly unexpected. Guess they prioritize killing the range troops for more. $27 damage. I guess they made it so none of them can really escape without taking damage, but that doesn't really matter. So let's go ahead and have you take another turn. I take a little bit of damage. That's fine. Raise them. You can pretty much hit anyone at once. A wee bit annoying, isn't it? Get the looted power, and we can chuck that somewhere else for a little bit of... That's not. Just take that extra damage for now. Can we possibly get a flank? Does this count as a flank? Oh, no, it doesn't. Still. Incentivize to try to run, they'll get shot by 2 units. Don't think we really need to use our mana, although I don't trust it. They'll only die if we can't win this next turn. Which should not be a problem. Bonus flanking damage. Bonus flanking damage. Nice. Yeah, looted power, that's incredibly potent. Level 3 is awesome. This time, let's make command... Oh, not coordinated. Wrong. Make command free. Hurry the production of the salvage shop. Scavenging camp. 10 gold for this and each adjacent province containing a resource node. Dang nice. Draft income, food income, 1 to every starting ranking tier 1. Grab the vendor. Got another looter coming on in. Probably come back up here and fight this wyvern. Just down here grabbing collectibles. Fair enough. We pass. Alright, day 6. Love for some of these other nodes around the area to become populated so we can deal with them. Depository of the Defunct. It's an interesting name. We're to come back for maximum heals and a bit of base experience gain. We've got Bread for War, which we should be able to immediately get up and running. Improvised Remedy. All units with looted power heal and have their negative status effects moved to the trash. Founding outpost costs less. My army is trespassing. That's his fault for expanding that way. Playing the political game. Alright, new node. Let's go ahead and expand towards the Ogre's Keep here. We'll take the... Get a mine up there. Let's go ahead and pick up the Forester here. And then we grab the Ogre's Keep as well. Start harvesting that essence right away. Pillaging is evil. Oh, the next... We're gonna have an infestation spawning in down here. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. Let's go knock out this floating gremlin, also known as a gargoyle. As Gremlin and his construct friends, let's do it. Some of you may die. Good news is we come over here, switch their position for a nice heal. Rotate so we're facing the right direction. Just draw them over. Got a kind of channel we can pull them down along, and we can flank around either way nice and simply. Move to here, let them charge attack right in, get smacked, charge blocked. How far can you go there, gargoyle? All the way. Even if we get him in his face, he can still go wherever he wants. He's a flying unit. Try to make it so these two are the only ones that he can attack. And then we can bully them next turn. Go for healing here. Can't get a flank, thankfully, but does cancel retaliation. These copper golems are in a bit of an annoying spot, I can't lie. We can't really flank them very effectively. Let's go for some looted power here. Make them tankier. I think we're gonna have to do some sacrificing, unfortunately. Just figuring out who can be sacrificed. So we can't get around behind them. They've got some nice physical protection. Come around behind these No, we can't. They're best used for their crossbows. Just can't get around behind people too easily. Again here. Will that be worth it in the long run? I don't know. We'll see. Two shots from downtown. Re-up their ability. Run way back here. Crossbow into the back. That bounces, and we can pass. Yeah, that I expected. Flank there as well. And somehow you managed to flank them too. I thought these guys had slippery. Yeah, good. You don't have to worry about getting hit back. Is there any way we can get the looted power to our leader? Looks like the answer is no, so we'll grab the looted power. Switch places. Then have you punch the poor unfortunate constructs. At the flank, they have lots of extra resistance to physical ranged. Lightning weakness. Deal the damage you can. You can run on away and go for the crossbow bolt. Oh, a 70% chance and you don't even give me a graze? It's an outright miss. Disrespect. Goes after our scout. Scouts don't have slippery, so they will actually be able to lock them in place, sadly. Gonna take that retaliation. Why, again, you can't hit them. What on earth? Oh, I just wasn't showing it. No good opportunities there, to be honest. Run up behind him and... Oh, it doesn't finish him off. Well, use the blade then. It's because of that reinforcement. Grab the looted power. Run over here. Toss the looted power. So cool. And then 16 damage, 8 back is crazy. He just doesn't quite have the defenses. He's doing fine. Run up behind is at 9 damage flank or a 12 damage flank. Bolts are still better there. Alright, they're down. Grab a Z-looted power for some heals. First, use all your abilities. 1, 2, 3. Flanking shot, and you do get the retaliation, but then you immediately get cut down by the Kapesh. Now that they really hated those bushes. Bushwhacker rabbits. As long as we continue to level up. Alright, now come on back to the Traveling Hill to gain those experience points. Crusader host, so as long as we're evil, they're not going to like us. As long as we're evil. Come back to the surface and travel through this infestation, please. Another watchtower for us there is excellent. We have got a lot of gold, so we'll use that to rush this vendor along, rush the library along, and get us a looter now. One more Wind Warrior, because we don't really have any heals otherwise, and we pass. Rivalry declared. Noctis is a hateful boy. Not someone I'm very concerned with, but still he is hateful. I say we do one more turn of replenishing. We can build up an army. 58 is more than it even cost to build in the first place. Got the gold though, so we might as well spend it. Grab a Wind Warrior and another Dune Rider. I lied on the Dune Rider. We're gonna grab a Looter, because they actually do quite a bit of damage. Rush this along and we'll get a storehouse. What's underground? Some city ruins. What might be a faded region? Nah, definitely not. Just water. So the only water in this map is, in fact, underground. As you can see here, come on in. We are gaining an experience base, 15 for the experience leader, and then 5 for the palisade wall. So there is no reason to move on. We can just gain some free experience and rank up to elite. Traveled on the road here. Noctis will definitely be doing everything he can to cause the cataclysm. Even if completely by accident. 3 turns before we can get ourselves another hero. Beautiful. Day and 9 dawns. Our ruler has leveled up, giving him a signature skill. Initiative Nature pack leader has. All animals have flanker. Eventually, this is going to be great. For now, it's not, so I'm not going to go ahead and grab pack leader just yet. We want foraging training for a little bit of heals. I already said, didn't we? We're going to grab pack leader now. Spending the points later on means I'm just going to completely forget to get the point we need, so I'm going to go ahead and avoid that. Still not sure what happens if your transformations backfire. That's a terrifying thought. Now we're bigger and more muscly. More hit points and better brow resistance. Now up to 90 on our leader, 120 on our normal Wind Warriors, and 105 on said looters. Beating an infestation doesn't work on fractured infestations. Oh, that's sad. That would be really good, but still quite sad. I will actually rush this. And we can reach out and pick up the mana node. We already have a research post. Let's grab ourselves a Wari. That's a node that is claimed at the moment. I see no reason to allow that to remain claimed, so we'll send in the troops. Yeah, that's definitely an impossible battle. Send in the troops. Now it's safe. Auto-resolve. You've got this. We believe in you. No damage taken. We can start harvesting this node. No, I don't need to reabsorb it. I just need this to actually trigger. Oh, it just isn't on the thing. Good, good. Good. Keep traveling along the road there. Find those faded regions. Which this looks to be one. And if not, it's just some city ruins. Alright, we've got the numbers to take on Thorn now. Let our gold build up so we can actually afford a hero later on. Day Tindons, we gain some more renown for level ups, and then we'll go ahead and just attack Thorn. Mentor ship ready to go. Let's get that lieutenant up and running. An incredibly good unit. Risky battle. We actually have to fight it now. I forgot. There's no walls here at Thorn. Send in the hordes. Just sitting on your settlement and leveling up is not a bad idea. Ultra defense. Blood Pact. And he grazes us. So what does the Blood Pact do? Any damage dealt to the caster is reduced by 50% and dealt to the target as well. Caster gains plus 20% damage and ignores status resistance. Oh, you're a vampire. Bognor Egg Stealer. Quite the name. We'll probably just want to stab. Well, if you hit you and it bounces. Here, well, we'll come back to figuring out exactly how to do that. And then you have the one warrior on this side. Both casters. They're gonna hurt, but it's not gonna be that big a deal. Stab. Blood Pact, sure. How far can you move, good sir? To attack the forest, but no further. Okay, so we'll just shoot. The damage is still being taken by both units, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna drag you down with your own Blood Pact. Crossbow in. Re-up on your attack, sir. Just start chopping. One of the baddies crumples, then we chop with the lightning spear too. A bit of retaliation this time. Distracted. Stun our guy with a bit of a shield bash. That's graze. The second one isn't. They run and just throw. You can throw that from there? Brothers. No, they're going for absolute minimum. Or maximum range. And still hitting their shots. I run on in crossbow bolt away. Plan here is to run up, stab you. Blood Pact. Switch positions. See what I mean? They can sub other people in to fight too. It's incredible. Yeah, just kill this unit. No more Blood Pact. Still get 2 shots here. Can't quite kill. If I gave them looted power. Oh, well, if they miss, they miss. Commander's Call is probably the way here. He's boosting up their morale too, which is actually pretty dang good. Oof. Hey, calm down. Eats that corpse. And goes after our shield units, who are now electrified. What a shame for them. We hunt witches with crossbows here. We can grab the looted power. Throw it to these guys. Let them get that bonus damage. How much mana do we have? Plenty. Looted power here. Yeah, just gotta chase their leader down here. 8 damage. Flank them. Huge crit chance. Doesn't happen though. Get punched for what, 6? Garbage damage. And then 30 damage back. Yeah. 80% chance to hit. And it's a graze. Run away, coward, run away. Battle of the Shield Troops, which we will win. Low chance to hit, but go for it. It's a graze. The reason I did that is we can go ahead and have you use your ability a second time. You can rush in behind. Oh. Rush in behind. 27 damage. And their leader's no more. 72. I realized even they were keeping their leader array away from Dune Carver. Cheeky. We get ourselves a Wizard Sphere, which is... looks very dangerous to touch. And then the Ring of Arrow Shield. Mind if I do? Harder to hit with ranged attacks. Alright, now Thorn is mine. Do we absorb it, do we vassalize it, or do we migrate? So we could put down roots and become not just a nomadic city, or we could burn this to the ground. Also, if we migrate, it's a really quick second town. Let's do that. Migrate it. Kill the population. Oh no. Whatever will we do? Sell these egg-laying freaks. What's our population at? 4. We could very easily rush that. It would just cost 45. Let's do it. Council deck. Rush the council deck. Ooh. This sector has not been pillaged. Yeah, that's fair. Well, then we'll go ahead and pick up a mine down here or a secondary forester. Alright, nice. A bit of gold. Is this the Fractured Realm tree? Let's go find out. The Blessed Dragon Mount. That's a fantastic mount type. Even if it only gives you flying. Next target is this watchtower over here, so we can get eyes on the area. Let's go after this Crusader host to the north. We still can't fight them, even with our numbers. They will even those numbers out almost immediately with the summons. You lads stay here for now. You can be the beginnings of our secondary army. Another looter in here. Really impressed with the... Any unit that has a single action ranged attack is going to be very, very strong just because of the amount of damage they give single action ranged attacks. Hadi the Sculptor Imria the Prodigy, or Hasten the Tigress. You're confused, we definitely can't have you. I do adore the golden-eyed muscle rabbit here, so welcome Imria the Prodigy. Are you going to be our first, Kevin? I think so. We just gotta make sure you're not a lady rabbit. Thankfully, well, you definitely are a lady rabbit. That looks to be... Sir... Kevin... the Eternal. Because he appears in every single campaign, no matter what, although we definitely have to fix his look here. There we go. Armored Kevin. Not quite. I do like the eyes, but we're going to need to switch up your outfit. You're going to have this armor on. And then we'll give you, Kevin, a backpack. The backpack's my favorite of the No Man capes. He's a little bit thick. Thick Kevin. Thick Kevin works. Kevin, where's your helmet? Your hair is atrocious, so we're going to put a helmet on you. Hide that. Do we give him just a turban? Well, that's what the other Kevin has. We'll have you... You can enjoy the... What looks like a turban and a helmet combo. Like a coiffed helmet. Perfect. The metal accent for color for you is going to be... Let's say white. You can have the platinum look. Armor color itself being... Or the accent being gold. Armor color, metal accent color. Oh, hang on, no, that's wrong. White and gold for the accent. That changes the different discs to being almost platinum with the metal accents of gold. Beautiful. Chunky Kevin. Give you the Wizard Sphere. And the Blessed Dragon. So you can get around a little bit easier. Fantastic. The Witherbough Bowl. Only this wooden carcass remains of a mighty world tree, which are attestations to life's unbridled resilience. Its roots once grew deep and far, its boughs high and long, nourishing, healing and protecting all that lives and grows in between. Hence, the death of a world tree, which only an earth-shattering force could wreak, is an affront to life itself. If you own the destroyed world tree, you'll get a forester as you tear it down. Food and production per province with sand or astral barrens in the domain. Adds the carrion bird and lets you restore this wonder into a normal world tree. That's crazy. Something definitely for us to try. Got a fractured infestation over here, so something for us to be dealing with before it starts to expand. We've already got our second city going in, so you might as well just stay here for the time being. Or actually, you know what? Send you by yourself. Are you getting the experience gain? 40 for mentorship? Okay, then we can absolutely afford to leave the palisade walls. Come on down here, we'll put down an outpost in this province, and eventually we'll snatch that up, add it to our city domain. Production stash is perfect. 2 serpents should be an easy fight for us. We have losing our Dune Rider. Apparently not. We can't even see the snakes moving in. Alright, snakes. Prepare to meet our blades. Move them on both sides, you can stay here. Ready for war. You're facing the right direction, both. One crossbow this way, 2 this direction, and we pass. Alright, they are both going the same direction themselves. Shield troops to here. They're very clearly trying to stay back. We blow up this crystal? You can, only if we have Demolisher. Let's go Shield Trooper here. I could have get attacked twice, and I think that's entirely acceptable. There's no way we can take pot shots at them and not get hit back, I don't think. Oh no, here we go. We found the loophole. There's one like that over here too. Bolts in. Invite our shield troops to seize them. Means these guys will likely do the same. They do tend to focus. A cool 27 damage. Snooch round and shoot this snake in the back. Go ahead and switch places here. A magically charged flank. Down with the beast. Heal up a little bit. Should even chop through the temporary hit points, and then the spears can take him down. Nothing of value was lost. Arc Fire Orb. Blend of electric and fire damage. It's a silver infestation. We'll see just how scary it is. I don't think we want to move into the infestation's territory for now. Seems like a bad idea. We've got the... We got a cartography bilge for tier 3, which gives you the Spelljammer. And the Sentry Nests, which are their upgrade to these stone walls. We don't get stone walls, we get Sentry Nests, which give you Striders, which are our tier 2 bow unit, which can teleport. Grab this shrine next. Thorn becomes ours in 2 turns. There goes the Cataclysm. All the infestations have triggered. Yep, it's down here now. So we need another army to go deal with that. In fact, we probably aren't even going to build up an outpost, because we can just send the Traveling Hill down and have it go do the deed for us. Cataclysm is struck. Move out of the sands a little bit. Nothing out there whatsoever. Now we know. To the other side of this mountain range here. How scary is the Crusader host? Really just the Titan that's scary. Granted, he is very scary, but it's really just the Titan. And if we focus fire, 150 health goes away pretty quickly. Does he have anything else that's an actual... Dusk Hunter's dealing 12 damage and has Pure Soul. Well, I do think we can take him. Let's go take out a few more of these side objectives. Your troops engage the Celestial Griffin and its minions, but they seem to be withdrawing in defensive formations instead of attacking. No, Griffin's new defensive formations. These are quite clever. We could have a griffin on our side. I think that's a great idea. Raider Blight Shield. Blight damage has a chance of being inflicted with poison, and it's an awesome rose painted glass shield. Oh, no one has enough movement. Well, we have a expendable unit to throw in at this Crusader host, which is awesome. And once Thorn grabs all of these nodes, we'll definitely be moving them up here, plopping down right in the middle, grabbing all of these magic materials. We do need to see what's closest to us here, so let's go in this direction. Grab another watchtower. Nice. As your tier 2, we can start getting our supports. We're gonna grab 2 of them. Just queue them up. Dust Weavers also allow you to move troops around 4 hex and heal them. They are crazy good. Ace berries acquired. East Strand. No, we're gonna go ahead and change the name here. That's a terrible name. Your name is the second. Perfect. Rabbits are simple folk. Kevin, you're in charge of the second hill. They've got quarries for absolute days. Good grief. 2 mines, 1 quarry. Let's change that to a farm, please. Get those palisade walls built. Our lieutenant is done researching. Next, we can go for scavenger bags or improvise. Right, definitely the heals. We're no longer the race keeper because we killed them all. Do I care? No, they were useless garbage anyway. Can't take on the infestation, but we should. Well, how many tier 2s is a threat? Traveling Hill has its production completed. Excellent. Scavenging camp's probably a good idea. Even if it's a destroyed node, it's still going to give us stuff. The mines aren't super necessary early game, so we'll wait. Let's grab a granary here. And then a loot armory needs a second quarry. Extra level of renown, so now we're up to gaining population that requires less food. Yeah, let's go for it. Take down this Crusader host here. It says it's an impossible battle. Oh, them by themselves absolutely is. Auto resolve, how do you handle it? Hey, that's pretty good. Let's watch it. I hopped to grab another glass of coffee, and so we're bunching up. Let's go ahead and speed things up so you can watch. Love the look of the Crusader host infestation every time you fight it. Sunders the resistance. Just puts the units that we don't care about up front, which is smart. Although this is a strange strategy, I can't lie. When they use your units, they just don't seem like they know what they're doing, but when it comes to the AI, like, why would you send one in by... They never do that with their own. But ours are like, guess what? Everyone all in together. Being condemned, definitely unfortunate. And they're just gonna stand there and shoot the crossbows. Why wouldn't they move? Brothers. We might end up having to fight this one ourselves. In fact, I'm gonna stop that. That's horrible to watch. They're like, you know what? The AI is incredible when it's them. When it comes to you, though, they play like fools. What I would do here is I'm gonna have you move up. Offensive troops just kind of switch positions to heal. Switch positions again to heal. We'll go up in different teams. Here's our flankers, then you can stay here for close support. Far enough away they're not getting blinded as well. Here comes that host. So operation pretty much ignore the big boy there in the center. Fling those pylons. Of course we get to graze, why not? Starting all strong. Fire the bow. Offensive units will then get up and in these enemies' faces. You can't quite reach. That is too bad. Bolts in there. Double it up. Force them to spend their time healing. Get the shield wall there. Ah, we miss. That's fine. Just ignore the big titan. Take down some archers. Shield wall. Let's go command on you lot. Then rotate and go into defense mode. Don't want to get close enough that the blast can hit more than 2 units at once. We're going to go for that. And then we'll pass. This goes for the heal. Big bomb. We'll happily take the blind on our frontline fighters. Now it's spending time healing. Use that to our advantage. Little bit of beak strike there. And dealing 40 damage. Go ahead and drop down a heal. Stab in with both the flank and a polearm. See, AI, you don't need to move if you have amazing flanking shots, otherwise you absolutely have to. Yeah, kill as many as you can, and then you can either strike or just go into defense mode. That's the way. Use that ability to flank and destroy them. Not stand in one spot in the middle like you're in a Materium faction. The Titan hates scouts, apparently. We've got to kill something. Everyone, activate petty mode. Can we not flank them a second time? Does this count? No, it doesn't. Oh well. So our leader can just come up and go for another nasty strike. Switch places. Get them out of date. That is crazy strong. Get some more looted power. Kill these light spirits. Bolts away. And we can run up and go for... We can switch them out as well. Let's swap location with our leader. Get him healed up. And we'll triple strike. Which should have the... I thought it teleports away on the third hit. Third hit, move back 4 hexes. It didn't happen. Bugged combo there. Ooh, the 6 damage crit. Huge. Absolutely huge. Show the ad how it was done there. And drop the Titan. Everyone's got an Achilles. Beautiful. Gives a wand of rising undead, some golden production, reinforced shield, and a resistant vampire cloak. Cool. We accept. Out of these 2 battles, I'm thinking we'll just go after the gremlin here, pick up the haste berries. Silver tongue fruit. When annexed, we get food and draft. So what happens when we pick up the essence of this keep here? Ancient Manuscripts Bronze. This city gains 1 knowledge per essence it has, and 10 city stability. Fair enough. Seems pretty good to me. We'll go ahead and grab the loot armory here. We need a quarry. We need 2 quarries for the loot armory. Oh, I thought it already had the tier 1. Didn't have the tier 1, and it already does. There's another fraction infestation next to this keep. Have the scouts continue exploring to the north, and everyone else can go after these gremlins. I do want a turn of healing first, though. I'll go grab that food pickup. No reason to leave it behind. Oh, and there's a pyramid here. What have we stumbled upon? Besides a singular eggplant and some tomatoes. My turn. The cost of ascension. Greetings, Wandering King. May I speak openly? Without waiting for your response, he continues and then gets shot in the chest with a crossbow. You were always one of us common people, but now you've ascended. With your magical abilities and your immortality, you are far above us, and we fear you'll become like the Wizard Kings. You're really gonna come in here and start some trouble? Suppress these rumors with force. Investigate the rumors. No, we'll go ahead and suppress them with force. You rise up, you get stabbed. It's nice and simple. Alright, so things are being ruined even in the underground. Grab the food. Yeah, what's going on over here? Or is this just a curated realm that has the kind of ruins and the exploration? Scaffolding going on? So we have enough health to take on some carrion bird. They get hastened, swift, and slippery. You know what? Flyers can be a threat. What do you have? Dissonant Weave, Rift Bolts. This army is actually going to be the easier one to take down. Chance of becoming distracted. Not that much of a threat. We'll have to fight it ourselves, though, of course. the old distraction flowers. Oh, they're just gonna go eat the bushes. We've got goatmen. Alright, so first swap places here, then we'll swap places here. Just to heal up all of our defenders. And then the flankers can get doing just that. Looters out on the sides. Getting distracted, not that big a deal. They didn't even move. You see what I mean? AI is very clever, but when it comes to them piloting your troops, they just use them like they're brain dead. So weird. Weird problem, truthfully. I'll just go ahead and make a shield wall here. Send the flankers do their jobs. And we pass. Well, let's go ahead and heal first. Then we can pass. Sure, goes for the Dissonant Weave. Only 5 damage, even though we're distracted. Dude, that's gonna hurt. They only really get 1 turn of that. Fling your feathers. Shotgun feathers for 30 damage. 5% chance here. Let's go ahead and kill their supports. Almost. And almost. Heal up. Battle of the Shield Troops even feels more like just a lot. The rainbows come out of the unicorn. How nice. Have you run in and stab these fools. So they can't sit there and continue to rain shots our direction. Now something here. Take another turn. Do some damage to these archers. Nice. We'll step up and stab these cavalrymen a little bit more. You obviously stabbed the wrong trooper there. What's going on there? Animation got a little bit funky. .24 damage. Shield clash really isn't going anywhere for him. Ouch. Stab back. Everyone takes the damage. Yeah, that chain reaction to the spear, fantastic stuff. You run in here and stab their support. Kill their cavalry units. Down with the Unicorn Knights. They had no place here in the... Anyway, we all knew it. Yeah, go ahead and tie them down so they take extra damage next turn as they try to run. Grab that looted power. Switch positions for the heal. And then... punch. When it's time to scrap, your scavenger units are really good at getting in there and actually throwing hands. Oh, delicious corpse. Love to see it on our single entities. Down and out. 1 looted power, 2 looted power, crossbow away. Getting 28 damage for flinging the feathers there. That's another set of banditos rounded up. Daze cloak and food. Not bad at all. So we got 9 turns, 5 turns. Beastberry essence. Acing that over harvesting. I have no reason. It costs Imperium, which we are not spending on over harvesting materials. Alright, that visitation's awake, so let's fall back. Let Noctis deal with it, if anything. Those where I'd like a little bit more health before fighting this battle, but we might be able to handle it. Let's heal for a turn. See if we actually cross the line to level up even further. Well, we are champion tier here for 2 of these. This screen always tries to act up. Let's see. Every time I move quick, it stays, but now it's gonna really act up. Whatever. Why that menu specifically doesn't work, I don't know, but the rest of them do stay if you hover over them for a moment. Got a Dragon's Lair and a Fleeting Fractured Infestation that's starting to spread its nonsense. Up to day 15, we're gonna go probably to day 20 for today's episode here. So experienced leader for Kevin as well, that way we're getting as much base experience as possible. Extra magic damage. We have nothing else for you, huh, bud? Wizard Sphere is better than the Arcfire Orb for sure. Going back to the Traveling Heal for even more base experience gain. Structures cost less gold to build, and we can excavate earth and terrain. Maybe one more turn of healing. Don't really like that idea. Traveling Hill can annex another province. Let's go ahead and pick up. We can take a province from the second hill. Probably don't want to do that. We'll grab ourselves another. Occupied for now. Let's grab a quarry here. There's no way we'll be able to unoccupy that by the time. Granary for 20, nice and simple. Grab the loot armory from here. Can't have that food, it is defended. Oh, good. The fire giants are here. So you were the wandering king, Dune Carver. I'm not impressed. Yeah, he is going to... The Sons of Muspel are going to be chosen destroyers, so they're going to be out to ruin absolutely everyone's day. Hopefully we can hold the line. So Noctis and Surtur. And Surtur is way over here. That's good. The further away he is from us, the better. A risky battle. The hasten on units that are already fast is absolutely concerning. Let's move up this direction. We can always come back. Here's the Fractured Lake. Or maybe not. We spoke too soon. But you guys go ahead and auto-explore. Got some ogres in our Rally of Lieges, which I'm not going to worry about. Not really going for an ogre army this time. Giants and demi-giants. Alright then, we pass. 16, we've got the improvised remedy, and select our next tome, which is going to be the Tome of Beasts, to further empower our animals, because the plan is to utilize all the fractured animals and the new sand scorpion as our front line. So, beast it is.
It is the beasts that shall inherit the world. Their paws will tread on our graves long after their fangs have ground our bones to dust. Call upon their might if you dare. Command their ferocity and nourish it, so that you may reap the benefits of this primal power.
Most excellent. We are going to go ahead and grab animal kinship right away here. That our rabbits may become even more furry. That one should be safe. He uses our units like crap, so no, it's not safe. So maybe that's something that Tribe can work on in the future. The AI for your actual enemy factions and just marauders plays very well. Your AI for yourself, the player, is borderline and functionally brain dead. Heal up this Wind Warrior. And then, like we've been doing, flankers to the flanks. Zoom out wide. See what you clowns got? We got Basket Head and his demon friends. Not a very intimidating group of lads. But you're gonna cause us problems all the same. They fly up here and bother me back. They can. I don't like being bothered back. Let's send in... Oh, you really can't go in. Never mind. They cannot be sent in. Here, let's take them out of defense mode. Yeah, of course, because they're... Well, I guess that's not how it works. Because of their demons, they get strengthened. Alright, go after the archers then. Hit the shield unit, might as well go for the crit. Come on now. That'll work. Archers the back line, we get a graze this time. It looked like way more damage than we actually ended up doing. Than you here. Heals decisive command. Step forward, good sir, and we'll have you just start chopping in as well. Arrows away, they're just gonna get stronger. Caught on fire. But it's a chilly flame. Your strength doesn't really seem to be doing anything, good sir. We're not gonna complain about it. Bolts in. Just fly around, finish them off. Absorb that retaliation here. We have to take the bleed damage. Does it count as a flank, really? Shoot, in that case, just punch him. Just punch him right in the face. Grab that looted power and give yourself one more looted power. It backfired, which healed us more. Sweet. You can stab him. Goes after these poor shield units instead. Chill wind blows. Chuck the loot to Boss Rabbit. Let Boss Rabbit finish the day with 87 damage. Nice. Some Imperium, 93 Imperium to be exact. Definitely not a small amount. There's another withered world tree up here. Founding or absorbing cities takes less time. But do an auto explorer. There's only one unit here now? That seems incredibly suspicious. Let's hasten the overharvesting here. And then yeah, we'll build up an army to go take on. When is that gonna be done? Resource sharing. Yeah, but for how many turns? Another watchtower, don't mind if I do. Duskweaver has been produced, and got 6 turns left for this. We can probably turn around and deal with them now, but I don't know if we'll get back in 6 turns. Or if we want to lose that momentum up here. $10 to rush. $250 to rush. Yeah, I think not. Day 17 is upon us. Let's go take down the Scorpion crew here. Good grief, that's a lot of damage. We'll accept it. Look, we got minus 110 food. We gained some food there. And we've met a legitimately feral group of ET-looking critters. Spirit-calling primates. They're cheerful. They like the mire crocodile, looking at the stars, and being hermits. Fair enough. Unfortunately for you, we do not care. Make you a berserker. Meeting hostile for yeah, that is unfortunate. We have the what makes you special? You're what kind of apes? Oh, you're just spirit apes. Never mind. You just look evil. They look identical to your rabbits, just as monkeys. That is true. But because they're not us, they're obviously evil. Head on down to the Ogre's Keep here. Continue to recruit more troops. We've got the Dust Weavers. Eventually, we'll have our draft back. And eventually. Do you have any Wind Warriors down here in this troop? No, so we might as well grab one in the second hill. Rushing this is going to cost 166. I think we will, and then we'll go ahead and pick up the Bender as well. Well, Feraldale at least has 2 stacks. Do we have any scouts up here? No, we do not. We could try to grab the Contender's Ruins, but we don't have much health, so that's probably not going to go very well. Probably not going to go very well. Halfway through the next Cataclysm, we've got, looks like some of the Infestation sending some troops. What kind of troops are you sending? A Fractured Mage Lock. A little bit scary. Yeah, you're doing 40 damage on a normal shot. Seems legit. Just about kills one of our units outright. We'll stay here for now. Get ready for our siege affair, though. Let's at least see what's going on in the Contender's Ruins. Sometimes you can clear these without even having a fight. While traveling past a hill crowned with the vestiges of a ruined castle, you hear the remote echo of a cheering crowd. You move closer to investigate, and the ruins open out to a makeshift fighting area. In the gap formed by a broken wall stands a group of moon-rock dwarves led by a ringmaster gesturing at you. A noble wandering king graces us with his presence. Welcome, bloodthirsty onlooker. He smiles with a mouth missing most of his teeth. I run this mobile fighting establishment. The toughest gladiators bring home the gold. He holds up a pouch filled with coins. The ringmaster claims, join the carnage to beat my heroes and win the gold, or use these pretty legs to run straight back home. Curse attackers. I'll show you what you're dealing with. Oh, it's 3 goats. Just 3 goat gladiators? Okay then. I think we win this. Let's go. Oh, he's a wee little fella. Riding around on a warthog. He's so tiny. Or he's become one with his warthog. What the heck? I don't know. We're not gonna worry about it. Into position, switch places. We could definitely use that port troop, but we'll have them soon. There's no worries. And then you pass, because there's no way the enemies can reach us. Defense mode in triplicate. Let's not move up into the cacti themselves. Stay in the trees. Then you two rotate to be back with our leader here. Stay in these bushes here. Brothers of the Sandy Blade. Net away. We do get immobilized. So we're up for a skirmisher duel. No problem. Nice flank right off that for 27 damage. Might as well get in close. Force the spellcasters to run. Or else this poor fool can get shot in his back. Yeah, you go ahead and absorb that retaliation. 1 raider down. Does that count as a flank? Nope. So just run over this way and then go for the shield wall. Yeah, the combo for them teleporting back isn't working at all. Bit unfortunate. Their casters are caught. Is he gonna try to go? Oh yeah. 22 damage there. Kills our leader. No, good work. I didn't think they had the damage. They knew they did though. It's more annoying than anything. Doesn't change our win. You shoot him right in the back. Slows our win down a little bit though, doesn't it? $11 more damage here. Grab that looted power. No, you actually can't. Go for it. And if they want to move on, they'll have to take damage. Perfect. Throw your net all you want. And it would no chance to actually hit them because they're hiding in the Hiding in the bushes. It. %. Our general fell like a champion. Oh, wait. Oh, yes, I did turn on hero resurgence. If you win battles, your heroes come back. I quite liked that, that aspect of Planetfall. Sorry, oh, it's a small... It's not a lightsaber. I was like, is this a purple lightsaber? No, it's a small stick. Allows you to heal. Cool. Charm of Frugality and the Blessed Rod. You were victorious against a band of fierce gladiators. The Ringmaster grins and weaves his way past expired combatants. Amazing! By the goat here, I haven't seen that sort of fighting in ages. He bats the fat coin purse on his belt. Coins jiggle. I suppose you expect payment, my wandering king. He looks around and says, "I got boys, the coin tender's runes, or the... not the coin tender. The contender's runes have a new owner. His name is Dune Carver." He grins at Dune Carver while his underlings mutter and leave. "Here's your cut of the winnings. Now we'll take our leave," he says, holding out a much smaller bag of coins. Have one of these goats follow us. Get some draft. We'll take all of his gold. You try to cheat me out of my winnings, sir. You shall not. Collected a whole bunch of remains, and that's a good place for us to end this first episode here. We are going to continue building up our forces to go take on Feraldale and keep harvesting the nodes in the surrounding area. You can see here as the nodes get destroyed, they become this, where you can restore it for 500 mana, and you can just steal it again, which is pretty cool. Earlier essences are 1 essence of food, 1 of production, 1 of gold, and then 1 of just the Ancient Wonders. So because we have 4 essences total, we got 4 additional knowledge, which is pretty solid. Let me know though what you all think of the new Rise from Ruin content in the comments below. Thanks all for stopping on by. If you enjoyed this first video, please do remember to leave a like for the like god and a sub for the sub zone, and hit that hype button. It helps the channel out. And I'll see you all in the next one.